Hi, welcome back to Electro. I am with Jan, who is Antibody, who has, some of you may have seen at Resistance last year, absolutely did something to the crowd that made him incredibly popular. So his music speaks for himself, basically. And Resistance have done something which they've never done before, which they booked an artist 2 years in a row because they loved him so much. So Jan, thank you for joining me.
No problem.
For people that haven't heard your music yet, how would you describe yourself?
It's just, without vocals, just instrumental, just four on the floor, going forward. Some voice samples with some a bit social critic stuff. And just music to party to. I don't think I take myself too
Seriously?
Yeah, too seriously, yes. I'm just going forward. When I write a song, I just have a melody in my head, add some drums to it, bass, and then
dance.
And then escalate. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow, yeah.
Good, looking forward to it. So, being your second Resistance, sounds like you've heard about Resistance before you came here as well. What are your favourite things about Resistance, and what do you think is different about this festival?
The crowd, all the people. In Germany, the people are very conservative, a bit shy. They don't really like new stuff. And we have like Amphi, Mera Luna. They don't really care about the newcomers, about the new bands, just all the popular stuff. BGT is quite nice, they try some different stuff, but like the best way to describe it was Blink 242.
Yeah.
You could have never done it in Germany, but everyone here loved that. Or stuff like Morris Black, it's not that popular in Germany, but here it's just open-minded and everyone's so friendly. I haven't met a single person I didn't like.
Perfect. And just to fill you guys in, Blink 242, Cypherdyne just did a joke band set where they did lots of emo songs as industrial songs.
And I love that.
So it's been incredible. What has been your happiest moment as Antibody doing this?
I think the happiest moment is yet to come, because I think it's going to be tomorrow. But last year when it was my first show ever last year. As Antibody, and the moment I went up on stage, I played in the smaller stage. The moment I went up on stage, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's quite a big thing as well to go from the upstairs DJ room to the main room in Resistance, world famous.
That's even more incredible.
So,
the room is so big, the sound is so good, and all the bands are really good, and I hope I can.
Nervous?
Not really, because
No?
I'm certain that I'm going to do a good show. I have some things planned. It's fireproof.
Okay, perfect. And I know you haven't been in this too long, but have you had a nice fan moment yet?
A nice moment was last year. Michael King, he's a DJ too. He's part of the famous, how do you call it, Elektro family or something,
Yeah.
industrial family. And he was like a day one supporter. He just bought all the music I ever put out, first single he bought it. And to meet him last year, that was insane. That was really cool. It's it felt like I achieved something, and that was one moment. Another moment, it wasn't a fan, but it was when I played in Helsinki. I started into the scene when I listened to Centron. Last year I met Elmar from Centron, and he's wearing white contact lenses, and saw that I have contact lenses too, and he asked me to put them in for him. That was such an intimate moment. I was like, dude, when I was 14 or something like that, I listened to Central, and now you're putting contact lenses into his eyes in Helsinki. That was really surreal.
That's one of the strangest things about our scene, I think, because when I was really young, I was listening to, say, Pretty Addicted.
Yeah.
And now me and pretty addicted to like really, really close friends.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking, how did that happen? But it's
but
weird,
it just happens, and yeah, that took some time to comprehend.
So, what do you think are some of the best things about this scene? And would you like to see any things improve?
Yeah, the best things, like everyone is open-minded. Everyone is, they have like some standards, no racism, that's not, they're very, really tolerant, open-minded, and just friendly. Everyone is so friendly. Everyone helps each other. I've been to many festivals in my whole life, like in other genres. There are like at least one fight happens there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet like €1,000 that no fight is gonna happen here at Resistance.
Yeah, I've never heard of a fight happening at Resistance, so...
Like everyone's just, they're really, really grateful, because there are lots of acts coming from abroad, and they're just happy that we are here, not like the artists, they're here. Okay, that's one thing. And improve, not really. Some people say that our scene is dying, and not that many new or younger people coming through. Maybe that's one thing I would like to see more, but I can understand why people won't start that young. But that's one thing. And for Germany, please give newcomers a chance.
Not the same bands again and again and again. Yeah. It's funny what you said a minute ago about the conservative crowd, because I went to Etropolis Festival.
Yeah, I've been there too.
About 4 or 5 years ago, and very cybergoth, and I was very much practiced my cybergoth dancing. And I was surrounded by cybergoths, and I started dancing. Everyone else stared at me, and I was like,
really?
But this is where it comes from. Why aren't you dancing? Why did no one in Germany dance?
That's weird, because like we have this whole cybergoth thing was really huge like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But there's still some people doing that. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Why they were staring at you? They are conservative, but nice.
But so that whole weekend there was no dancing, and then me and my friend Mary went to go watch Welle Erdball. Welle Erdball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just one of the songs came on where like do do do, and like just lots of men just go whoa, and I was like, whoa, people are dancing.
They need some time to warm up, I think.
Yeah, it's great. It's coming away from music for a minute. So the last couple of years have been insane in the world.
Yes.
So we've had COVID and all sorts of strange things. So what are your predictions of things that will happen in the world by the end of this year, even if they're silly?
I have a really positive mind. I really hope the fucking war is ending.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And yeah, I don't know. That's my main thing I'm a bit concerned about, but I'm positive about that.
Just predicting that the war comes to an end by the end. Yeah.
I really hope that.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's my main thing. Because I really want to visit Russia and Ukraine, and I think the people there are really nice, and just fucking dictators ruling the world.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. And if you were in charge of Germany for a day, long enough to make a change, what would be the first thing you would do?
A longer weekend.
A longer weekend? So a 4-day work week?
A 4-day work week, yeah. And I think that would work out. That's one of the things.
Not the first to say that. Others have said that, yeah.
And the prices are getting really high for everything. That's another thing, but
get the prices lower.
Yes, everything has to be cheap, especially the beer. But that's the price there is pretty good at the moment.
Okay, and with your music, I've heard that you've been making music since you were quite young.
Yeah.
But is there a moment where you nearly gave up and said, nah?
there was some time. The COVID time wasn't that good. You would think that you're staying at home forever. There you have time to make music, but I have no creativity. I need stuff to happen. Like I know after this Resistance I'm going to produce like 4 or 5 new songs because all of the ideas I gathered. But the COVID time was really bad. And yeah, I have a new album coming out, hopefully this year, and that took me forever. That's like
Okay, well, tell us a bit.
Giving up was never an option.
Never an option.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Well, yeah. Tell us more about what's going on with you. So, what's coming out? What are you working on? What are you doing?
I'm going to release a single on the 21st of April. It's called F Society. I'm going to play that tomorrow.
Nice.
With remixes from XRX and Chain Reactor, and a collab with Against I, like Fredrik Kruner and Techno War. That's going to be really good. And yeah, my album is nearly finished. Like I have some finishing to do. And yeah, I hope I can put out my music more frequently than I used to do in the years before. And yeah, lots of concerts. It's like another.
Well, certainly making a name for yourself, so you might feel like you kind of have to.
Yeah. All the people tell me, you need to put up more music, and I get that, but it's hard.
Yeah. Okay. And if you were to put on a festival of your choice, who would be your 3 headline acts?
That's hard. I really like Morris Black. It's like a huge influence. I think I have to say XRX because the first ever industrial song I heard was Kein Herz from them. Like since then, they're kind of cheesy and everything, but
yeah, well,
I love them.
We recently had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, so I'll not go into it.
Yeah. And third one, either Biomechanical because they killed it yesterday, or Seraphim System. They were both incredibly good. So yeah,
Yes.
4 headliners.
Yeah, it's fair enough. A massive love for Seraphim System and Biomechanical.
I love it.
It's so good. Alright, and so when it comes to our scene as a whole, I know we've already mentioned about sort of, we need a bit more sort of people coming in, but what do you think are some of the biggest issues facing our community at the moment?
I think there's a huge stereotype surrounding the scene. Like people are a bit scared about all the dudes wearing black things and listening to hard music. That's one of the things. But when I played in Munich, I brought a friend of mine to there, and she never ever heard of. When I was supported Nachma, she never heard of Nachma, and didn't really listen to my music. And she was there. She was a bit confused at the beginning, but after that, like I said, people are open-minded. Everyone is friendly. You make friends in 5 minutes if you want to, and live industrial music is just all the bass.
Yeah.
I brought a friend of mine here too. He only listens to Rammstein and metal stuff, and he's loving every second of it.
Yeah, so people think we're all scary and we're evil,
but we are
and
so
we're
friendly.
Satan, but we're actually the nicest people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so Resistance and also Infest Festival in the UK have become sort of gold standard for how to do things right. And obviously you've had a really good experience because you've been invited back. So what would you say to other promoters in the world? What advice would you give to make things a bit easier for everyone?
For me personally, I don't like having crossovers. I like one
2 bands on at the same time.
I hate choosing between 2 bands I want to see. That's one thing. That's why that's a good thing here. And the lineup here is so incredibly good every time. There's some bands I don't know. I'm going to see them, and most of the time, I discovered a new band I'm supporting. That's one thing. Really, the lineup is what makes it good. And lots of so many bands you would never see in Europe if Leighton or Resistance would book them. Would not book them. Yeah, Yeah, like Blink 242. I think you can only do that here. That's what makes it so special.
Yeah, I mean, maybe America,
maybe.
but mostly here, yeah. We've just got a silly sense of humour.
Yeah, that's another good thing. The humor is good. We don't take each other too serious. It's just about having a good time here.
And very lastly, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Thank you so much for supporting me. I would have never ever thought that I'm going to play the main stage here, and that's one thing. And yeah, I'm going to have so much new music coming out. That's what I have to say. Thank you so much.
Right. Well, thank you ever so much for joining me on.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.